here with Kim Hupke from Spellbinders, and she's going to teach us a little something about letterpressing, right?
Yeah, I love to letterpress.
Okay, but before we get started, I want to know, what exactly is letterpress?
Letterpress is a way for you to have dimensional color in your projects. It's so easy.
That's so cool, and I can see here, I just have to touch this because, my gosh, this is just, it's beautiful, it feels amazing. I can't believe this started as paper.
These 3D folders really give you a sculptured texture, and I want to show you how to do it
Yeah,
right now.
let's do it.
All right? I'm going to just take a little bit of brown ink.
Does it have to be dye ink, pigment ink? Is there anything special?
No, pigment ink's going to be wetter. This is a dye ink, but I'm going to spritz it a little bit to keep it wet. So I'm just going to simply take it and rub it right over the folder. And it's going to grab onto all those raised areas, giving you some real dimension and definition in your project. Now, here's a little tip. I've really inked it up well, but I'm going to take a little wet wipe and I'm going to clean out those areas that are really recessed because I've actually, touched in that lower area. If you really wanted a shabby look, you could go ahead and keep it in there, but I just want to have it a little bit cleaner in there. I'm going to clean up a little bit there, and I'm ready to go.
That's cool. I always think that really good prep work leads to a wonderful result.
I'm going to take a little bit of water and spritz the paper lightly, and then I'm going to spritz the actual folder to keep it wet. Put the paper down and close the folder. I'm going to run it through my die cutting machine.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to take my embossing plate and my raspberry adapter plate and
so
just
even though it's
roll it
a die cutting machine, we're not actually cutting anything.
No.
So it's like a press. It's like a giant press, and that's
To
what's doing it.
letterpress.
There you go. We got it. So do you have to run it through more than? Oh,
Nope.
you don't have to run it through more than once.
Just one time. Now let's open it up.
This is the best part.
Look at the magic.
Oh my! Can I touch it?
Yeah.
Oh my God,
Isn't
that is
that great?
so cool.
Isn't that fun?
I love that.
I'm going to leave it right on the surface.
Okay.
And I'm going to add some more color to it.
Okay.
So I'm going to take a little bit of pink ink and I'm just going to have some fun and play and just kind of add it in some different spots. Oh, wherever
I never would have
like.
thought to add pink, I have to tell you. I would have, but now that I think about it, so many seashells do have that sort of pink tinge to them.
I'm going to add a little bit of blue. You can just choose your favorite colors, based on the theme that you want to do with your project.
Now I notice there's a tiny bit of ink left in here. Do you worry about that? Oh, just clean it up with a baby wipe.
That's right.
Very
Not
cool.
a problem.
Easy enough.
Alrighty, so I want to show you, this is an example, after you've played with it a little while and get the perfect color that you want,
great.
It's going to make a great project. Here's a little tip. I want to add some words to this. And you know how you always have just your minus one letter. You need that E, right?
Yeah.
Well, I like to just take a marker and change the color of the stickers I have.
Which
so I've
I
gone
can see
ahead
that
and
you did there.
Yeah, I've just colored over them.
You know what I love is I always think of doing that with white stickers. I never think about doing it with colored stickers. That's really smart.
As long as you're using a dark color, it works fine. And then you're able to get this look.
And I like how you overlapped the letters. It's a great way to get a longer word on there.
Isn't it fun? And then we're simply, to create the book, we've taken some chipboard. We've put canvas on top.
Okay, so that's what the frayed edge here is the canvas,
yeah,
right?
just pull a little bit of the string. And if you want, you could take some of that pink or blue ink and add some color.
That's a great idea.
Yeah. And then just simply add the top on and you're good to go. And here's the finished project.
That's so cool, and I love how you've added all these wonderful ribbons, and oh my gosh, I didn't realize these are actually seashells in a little net bag.
That's right.
That's
what a
so
wonderful
clever.
keepsake from a
Yeah,
vacation.
yeah. And I
right?
can see that you could do so many things with it, and in fact, I was just thinking, I would love to use this on a scrapbook page, but I know you actually brought an example where you did use it on a scrapbook page right here, and it's this long border strip, but I have a question. This border strip seems a lot longer than that embossing folder.
That's right. We've simply cut two, and we've covered the seam with that beautiful embellishment.
Oh, that makes so much sense. So right here,
Right.
you've gone ahead and covered that up. I love it. And is this the same folder back
It
here?
is. It's just colored a little differently, and it just adds more dimension to the project.
To me, that totally looks like porcelain.
It does, doesn't it?
It really does,
Yeah.
which is actually what I thought when I saw this card right here. And again, I know I keep touching all your projects. I'm sorry, but I just can't believe it's paper because I thought this was porcelain, and I'm assuming this is some kind of gold ink or something.
It is. It's a gold pigment ink, and we've simply done the very same technique. Put the ink over, ran it through, and that's about a 5-minute card.
So you can use any ink, any color. You could use so many different themes and all sorts of stuff, right?
Yeah, fun.
Now, the thing that blew my mind, beyond anything, is this is denim on this card.
That's
and
right.
I asked you, I was like, you can emboss fabric and canvas?
I don't know why, but it works, and you can actually feel the embossed in that raised area on denim. It's wonderful.
That
And
is
you can
amazing.
letterpress the same techniques right onto your fabric.
So this one has kind of a shabby chic feel, and here's what I'm trying to figure out. I can see obviously that you embossed it and that it's colored, but I don't understand. Is the white part the paper? Was it added? Like
I've simply distressed it with a sanding tool, and that white core has popped through the color.
Oh, that's so cool. So this is actually doing the same embossing without any color.
Right.
Right? Okay. Except that you just then sanded that.
Correct.
Okay, but let's talk about, I thought that you were with a like embossing stylist for hours, but you said it took more time to put it in the frame, right?
That's right. It's about a 5-minute project. Simply running foil through, and again sanding over the top, and you can get all that beautiful dimensional color.
That is just the coolest thing ever. But before we go, I do really want to talk about this layout as well with the gears.
Isn't that fun? And the rolled
Yeah.
back paper, and to expose that embossed area.
Well, what I think is so neat is I feel like if you're shabby chic, if you're vintage, if you're into, clockwork, like whatever it is, you can find a way to sort of make it work for you.
That's right.
Which is totally awesome.
I love it.
I feel really inspired, and now I feel like I want to go home and letterpress everything. Thank you, Kim. This was great.
Thank you.